supposedly he was a sickly child who didn't like his medicine. So his father bribed him with a gift of a small loading shotgun to get him to take his medicine. And that's the beginning of his collecting. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
that's
think that would
true.
be frowned upon in today's society.
Through the halls of memories, brushstrokes of history, capturing humanity. Stories left untold, whispers of the past, secrets they withhold. Yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. The condition reward.
Is this where when you go to work, is this where you normally are?
It is. I'm literally sitting in the Oklahoma Museums Association office right now. And our office is located in Science Museum, Oklahoma.
Oh,
So
what
we're within the museum. So it's fun to come to work at a museum every single day.
Wow, that's amazing. And actually, I know something about you that you have been doing this particular job since 2005.
Yeah. Well, yes, I am getting in January, I'm celebrating 20 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
love it. I love the people that we get to work with. I love the job, our board of directors. It really is a blessing to have this job, and I really do love it.
No, that's amazing. So, a lot of people jump from occupation to occupation and business to business during their career. What do you think kept you there so long?
Well, before I worked here, I was 10 years as a museum director at the Edmond History Museum. And so I feel like that whenever I left there to come here to the Oklahoma Museums Association, that it was really good to have the background actually in the field. And now that I'm on the association side, it's like I still remember what it was like being, actually running the museum. And so
Yeah.
I feel like it makes me a little more well-rounded than someone who might have just come up through like association ranks only. But every day is a new day, and it's very energizing. And we,
Yeah.
just have a really great museum community in our state. And I just like look forward to helping them every single day. That sounds like wow, 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 but it's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. It really is a great job, and I love it.
Wow. Well, I mean, I think you got to have that attitude when you are the main person at the association, and seems to be working out well for you.
It
So,
does, but I also need to give a shout out to Stacy O'Daniel. She is our senior manager of operations here at OMA, and she's been with OMA for 30 years.
wow. Wow.
So there's some longevity here at our association.
I guess. So I think that's a great segue into we should start talking about some of them. What do you think?
Yep, let's do it.
And this is the Walla Rock?
Woolarock, Woolarock.
Woolarock.
Yeah,
The Woolarock Wildlife Preserving the West.
yeah. It's a wildlife preserve and a museum, both.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can rent it too, as you can see there. But it's
Yeah.
really, really cool. It's in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. And
Bartersville. Where is if
Bartlesville,
I'm looking at the
Bartlesville.
state, where is that?
Bartlesville is going to be up north of Tulsa,
Okay.
no, the northeast part of our state.
Right.
And it's
Oh,
beautiful up there. It's
yeah.
Osage country and it's beautiful. And so, yeah, Bartlesville, Oklahoma is where Woolly Rock is. And Woolly Rock is amazing. It is an amazing place. Like you just saw on the
Yeah.
website, it's a
Right.
wildlife preserve and they have over 3,700 acres with all
Wow.
kinds of like big animals.
Yeah.
Like buffaloes. Buffaloes
Okay.
just walk around, like come up to your car, and they
Wow.
have like water buffaloes. No, I think they're secure down in the water, but the the water buffaloes. And they have a lot of other exotic animals there as well, and some other more natural ones.
And so do you drive your car through this?
Yes, yes, to
Okay.
get to the museum. So you
Uh,
drive through a long nature preserve to get to the museum. But let me also tell you that they do have an encampment, fur traders encampment, where they actually people can go and do a tent and stay the night, like on the grounds, and
wow.
here those buffaloes and things are just walking around you. Isn't that cool?
That's amazing.
It's so cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, so once you drive through the preserve and you see all this amazing wildlife, zebras or whatever they have at that time, and then you get up to the essentially, I'm going to say top of the
Sure.
area, the hill or whatever, and they have like an animal barn that's like a petting zoo, but I don't think it's open every day of the week. I don't think. I think it's mainly weekends, but I'm not sure. And anything that I will say right now, I want people to be sure and check the museum's websites or call the museum and make sure like the times they're open or when activities are going on because things change, right?
Sure,
And
sure. Yeah,
so,
yeah,
I mean, maybe it's open on weekends during the school year, but maybe in the summer it's
yeah.
open year round. I mean, a week round, you know. So, anyways, but they have a petting zoo, but then they have this amazing museum. But before I talk about the museum, I need to tell you that Woolaroc was actually founded by an Oklahoma oil man named Frank Phillips. Have you ever heard of Phillips 66 gas?
I have not.
Okay, well, in Oklahoma, that's a big gas, big gas station.
Okay. All right, I believe you.
Believe me.
I do.
And Frank Phillips and his brother, they founded the Phillips Petroleum Company. And so this was Frank Phillips' country estate, Woolaroc was.
Wow.
And he actually, I think it's 1925 is when he actually established the nature preserve, and then he built a house out there. And so then the museum came along with his collections. And his collections in the museum are amazing. It is really amazing. And including he has the finest collection of Colt firearms in the world, is what they say.
Huh.
I know, and he has amazing Native American art collection. It's his collection is amazing there. The other thing is that there is the house that I just told you that he built for his country home.
Yeah.
It is a lodge, and it is so amazing in there. Can you go to the website? Does it say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Is there
I
an
mean,
image
go
of the
here.
lodge? I want you to see the interior of the lodge.
All right,
Uh,
where should I click? Where do
Okay,
you think I should go?
let's go to visit. And is there anything under to the left there?
Visit
Is there a lodge on there? View attractions.
attraction. Whoa,
Okay, lodge. There's lodge.
hold
That's
on.
the
Let's go
back.
back. It popped
That's the
out
museum.
quick.
Yeah, there
Lodge.
you go.
Let's take a look.
See,
Whoa,
can you see that picture right there behind it where it says the
I
Woolaroc
guess
Lodge?
that
Look
was
at
his house?
Yes, isn't that cool? And look
Ah,
at all of those taxidermied animals, and none
yeah,
of
yeah,
those
no.
from what I understand, none of them were shot. They all naturally died, and then
Okay.
they were taxidermied. And
Wow.
so, but he had famous people from around the world that would come and stay with him at that lodge, and it is so so cool. And you can actually go in there to this day, and then on special tours you could go upstairs in the lodge, which was his private quarters.
Oh,
I know
fancy.
it's really cool in there. And there's a story they'll have to tell you at the museum, but he was playing cards or something like that with someone. I can't remember the details. They'll tell it. The tour guide will tell it. And then the person flung the card, and it stuck into the log wall, and it's still there to this day.
Wow, he must have thrown it pretty hard.
I
Uh,
know.
Obviously I've seen taxidermy things in the past, but
Yeah.
I've never seen a
Yeah.
giraffe.
Yeah, like I said, these species died naturally, is what we're
Sure,
told.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so, but isn't that amazing?
Ah,
That's in the
yeah,
lodge. Yeah,
yeah.
and so people can learn a lot about that just from that for sure. And the words Woolaroc actually come from the three words: the woods, lakes, and rocks. Woolaroc, because there's
Oh, that's
right,
clever
there's
naming.
woods, lakes, and rocks
Right.
there.
Clever. Here's
Yeah.
the thing that I thought was pretty interesting. We'll come back. I haven't clicked on it yet. Something
Okay.
called the Mountain Man Camp.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you about, where you can actually stay. See, look, the historic reenactment, they have historical
Oh, okay.
reenactments, and you can actually stay at this Mountain Man fur trader camp. It's like right where you drive in, you go to the left, there's like a little, not little, but like a lake, a pond thing.
Yeah.
And they have it set up with some tents and things, and you can do reenactment, wear your proper, reenactment clothing.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. The buffalo just walk
Okay.
around, and you're just sitting
Okay.
there. It's crazy. It's cool though.
Because when I saw Mountain Man Camp, I thought it was like something that you could go to and learn skills because I have zero survival skills, but that
Well, I
would
bet I bet they teach some stuff there. I truly haven't been to the encampment. I've
sure.
seen it. I've seen them, doing it, but I haven't participated. I just was a viewer. But I have a feeling they probably at least teach you, if nothing else, how to cook on an open fire or,
Yes, I need that because I
trap.
would be dead in a few hours if I was.
No, no, no. Or how to trap to get some food or something.
Yes. A lot of those skills I really honestly would like to learn because if the apocalypse happened, I'm going to be dead very quickly.
Oh no, at least
Yeah.
stock some water.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, let's click around this. So this is the historic reenactment of the
Yeah, the
1940s.
1840s
And
there. So
down here
yeah.
we have some people
Yeah, shooting,
gun.
probably
Oh,
black powder there, probably. I don't really know. But it looks like that man was teaching that young man, looks like he was teaching him how to do something,
yeah, he
isn't
is.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I also want to see the animal barn. Yes, let's go
yeah,
there.
I think that is where you can actually pet the animals. And
Yeah.
so yeah, that's like is that the petting zoo?
There
Yeah,
you
I think
go.
that's
Yeah, yeah. Because look at
yeah.
that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's what I think is only open on weekends, but maybe it's open more and I just don't realize. But yeah, that's like at the end of the after you finish driving, you get to the top by the museum. That's where the petting barn, where the petting barn is.
Yeah. That seemed very cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a wonderful place, and the surroundings are serene. It's so beautiful out there, and there's this huge lake, and they have a fundraiser every year, or at least they used to. I can't remember the name of it, but it's something like I don't know, cattle barons and something, and
Hmm.
or gunfighters or something. I truly don't remember the name of it, but a lot of people gather around there, and you can rent out this whole space. So
Wow.
people rent this for weddings or class or family reunions or class reunions. So their space is available to rent there.
Yeah, I see that. So the museum is $7,500. The welcome center is 5,000. The
Oh yeah,
lodge.
they have a beautiful brand new welcome center. Well, it's brand new, like probably 4 or 5 years old, and it is
Yeah,
beautiful. It's the same design as the rest, which is like the historic stones and
yeah, yeah.
woods, and just it's really beautiful.
Do you spend a lot? Are you more of a country person or a city person? Where do you find yourself?
I find myself in the city, but I do enjoy going out to these kinds of places and learning
Yeah.
about it. But I'm probably more a city person.
City person. All right.
What about you?
I would say city. Typically city, but I would really, and this is a personal story. I really would like to, at some point in my life, like be able to ride a horse, right? And then take a horse like out into the mountain and like just camp for a week, like catch my own food, cook it, have a little horse buddy. That would be amazing. You have to learn a lot of skills to get there because I have zero of those skills, but that's would be really cool.
Well, and I've been to dude ranches and I've ridden horses. And I
Yeah.
mean, Oklahoma is very, very rural. So my city is not going to be your city. My city is probably still rural compared to what you're thinking.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, so I'm exposed to all that kind of stuff, the lake, all of that. We do all of that. So maybe I am part country too.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's see. This is the Blessed Stanley Rother Shrine.
Yeah, the Blessed Stanley Rother
See,
Shrine.
let me get to
And
the
this
homepage
is
here.
one of our newer museums in our state. And I'm super proud of this museum because I was on the committee that built it.
Wow.
Yeah, that helped design it. And
Yeah.
so that's really fun. And so Stanley Rother was a Catholic, Roman Catholic priest from Okarche, Oklahoma. And
Okay.
Okarche, Oklahoma is on the west side of Oklahoma City, like about 45 minutes to the west.
Hmm.
And it's a old German community, and they have the oldest bar in Oklahoma. And when I say oldest bar, it means the physical wooden structure, right?
Okay. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, yeah, and they're super, Okarche is super famous for their fried chicken. Everyone goes there and gets their fried chicken. You'll see motorcycle groups and
Yeah, yeah.
all kinds of buses of people, whatever. And so anyway, so Father Rother, Stanley Rother, he was from Okarche. He was from a big, huge family, the Rother family, obviously. And so he actually, if they go onto the Archdiocese of Oklahoma City website, they can get his real story. That essentially he was studying to be a priest and he was not doing very good in Latin, from the story that I understand. He wasn't, in the museum will tell you the story, and he couldn't really understand Latin very good. And so they sent him back home from the seminary and said, "We're not sure if it's going to work out, whatever." So he
Oh,
came back, and the archbishop was very, very kind to him and knew he would be an excellent priest. And it was just a matter of getting him through the educational portion. And so he was able to go back into seminary, was able to finish that. And so they sent him to Guatemala for one of his missions, for one of the in Guatemala, to one of the churches down there.
Sure.
And so it was during the 70s when everything was going on, all the political uprisings and all of that. And so he was actually martyred down there. But this is the I mean, there's a million amazing holy stories about him. One of the stories is that even though he couldn't ever really learn Latin very well, the language, and I forgot the name of the language, but the language that the Guatemalans spoke in the area that he was around Santiago, it is known as one of the hardest languages to learn and understand in the world. And
Wow.
he mastered it. He couldn't
Wow.
get Latin, but he got the
Yeah.
harder language. Isn't
Wow.
that
That's amazing.
cool?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is cool. And
Uh,
people there, whenever and so we're talking about the Blessed Stanley Rother Museum, but there's Blessed Stanley Rother Shrine next to it. So the museum is like a pilgrim center. So people can come and learn Father and Stanley Rother, excuse me, now it's Blessed Stanley Rother story. Now, when I say Blessed Stanley Rother, he's on his way to be an actual saint.
wow.
I know. From
Amazing.
Oklahoma, from the
Yeah.
United States.
Yeah.
You got it. And so it will be just amazing. And the whole Vatican entourage came a few years ago. I mean, this is like many, 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 many years in the making to get this as far as the sainthood. But he is at the step of blessed. And I believe right now they're waiting on the miracle to go on to the next step from the Vatican. But it could be a little time or it could be hundreds of years still. It's
Yeah.
just a process.
And
But in
and
the
so, well, I was going
meantime,
to say, so I just want to take a look at this gentleman. So this is him right
yeah,
here.
there he is. There he is. There he is. That's
There he is.
exactly him. Right.
He
And
looks like a
so
young guy. How old was he when he unfortunately?
you'll have to, I don't remember his age. Go back
Okay.
to the website. I'm sure the website has it.
Yeah.
And so,
Okay.
or the museum has it, but I don't
Yeah.
have it. And
Someone.
so he wasn't super old, obviously.
Okay.
But let me tell you what, whenever the shrine opened and the museum opened here just in 2023, like, I mean, literally, we're just like coming up on year and a half, 2 years. I think
Yeah.
February will be 2 years. Um, People from Guatemala came and they told us stories about how their family loved him so much and how much he did for all of the citizens in that area. They taught him, he taught them ways to farm because he was a farm boy from Akarchi, how to
Oh,
farm and make, that agriculture even more produce, their cattle. He was so well loved as a human, let alone as spiritual director, as a priest. And so, whenever he was martyred down there, the church down there actually kept his heart. And so,
oh, wow.
we have the rest of him. They have his heart in the altar. We have the rest of him in the altar in the shrine. And so, it is beautiful there. I mean, it is so beautiful at the shrine and at the museum.
Wow. So I've never heard of a country keeping someone's heart. Was the family okay with this?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
It is. I mean, like the altars in the Catholic churches, they all have relics in them, right? And so it might be just a little bone or it might be something bigger or
Mhm.
whatever. But I believe, from what I understand, I, his heart is in at the church down in Guatemala. And
Wow.
so, and we have his entire body. And I'm not saying necessarily it's in the altar, like he's in our altar, he's interred there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure. Sure.
in a coffin under there,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Right.
yeah.
Versus
Right.
like if you have like a little bone spur, they drill it in and put the, piece in there. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, I get you. All right.
Okay.
So, let's take a look at this is interesting part of their website. I think it's down here. Hold on. Not this, not this. Right here. Let me get this.
Yeah.
You have like a 360 sort of tour. Okay.
So
So
yeah.
what am I looking at? Where?
Okay. So straight ahead is the shrine. And so this is similar to what the shrine, excuse me, the shrine here is similar to what the church looks like in Guatemala. That's similar to his
Okay.
architectural style. Okay. Then, so you were looking straight ahead.
Yeah,
To the
hold on.
left of that,
We'll go back. Okay,
okay,
so to the
okay,
left of that. So let me
okay,
go this
that
way.
way. Yeah.
Where am I going?
Wait, you went too far.
I went too far. Okay,
Okay, yeah.
over here.
Can you zoom in there?
Yeah, I can click on this. It looks
Okay,
like I can
okay.
zoom. This looks like a parking lot.
Yeah, okay, go to the right.
To the
Yeah, you're right
right.
there. Okay,
Okay.
zoom in. Oh, wait,
Uh,
click down here below. It says museum.
museum. So this
Yeah,
that one. Okay, let's go. Let's see where it goes.
there's the
Okay.
museum. That's the
Oh,
museum. And
gotcha.
so, okay, so go back to the right. I want
Go
to
to
give you the
the right.
relationship.
Yes.
Okay, go to the right.
To the
Go to the
right.
right.
To the right. To the right.
Go to the right.
To the
Go to the
right.
right. Go to the right.
We're going around circles, Brenda. We're going around circles.
I think you're right. Okay, keep going. Keep going. No,
Keep
do the
going to the
right.
right. To the right.
Do
To
the
the
right.
right.
Do the right. Keep going.
We're going
Keep
around
going.
circles,
Keep
Brenda.
going. Right. That's the side of the shrine. That
Okay.
that's not a good picture of the shrine. I want you to get a different picture of the shrine. But anyway, so the museum is right next door to the shrine. That's what I'm trying to
Okay.
tell you.
So I'm assuming. So this is the shrine. Is
Okay,
this
that's the shrine. Now go to the right. Go to the
to the
right.
right? To the right.
To the
Keep
right.
going.
Keep
Keep
going.
going.
I know I'm
Keep going.
making us dizzy. One more, keep
It is.
going. Keep going.
You spin me right
This
around.
right here. That leads there. That
The
right there.
pathway?
Sidewalk leads to the museum. There. Keep
Brenda,
going.
are you sure about this?
No, but I am. Wait, that's the shrine still. It wasn't the museum. We just went in a circle. That's not, but this sidewalk here, the straight sidewalk, if you go straight, like back behind is the museum.
All right. I don't know about that.
I'm like dizzy now.
All right, hold on. Let's go back. I think I clicked on something to get me on the inside.
Are you wishing you didn't invite me to do this
No, no,
podcast
no. This
now?
is great. So, all right,
Oh,
we're
wait,
in.
look, that's Father Rother right there. Blessed Stanley Rother. See the gold right there? That's where he's interred, right
This
there.
is him right here.
Yeah, right under there, right there, right there. Isn't that beautiful? Makes my eyes
Yeah,
water. It's so gorgeous. Yeah,
yeah.
that's his coffin is right behind there. And this is
Wow.
in the chapel. This is the backside of the shrine. That's the chapel. Isn't it
Okay.
gorgeous?
Yes, it is. Let me zoom out
Okay.
some more. Yeah,
And
look at
so
that
this is
ceiling.
this is the little chapel that's behind the main sanctuary.
All right, so let's turn it
And
around.
then
Yeah.
see right there in the back. Wait.
Is
See
that
right
him?
there in the very back. That is a statue of him, and that
Oh,
has a relic of his there. I think a rib. I can't remember. So you can rub on it for the love.
you can rub his rib.
I think so. I think it's his rib. I think
This poor guy got taken apart.
that's what the best saints do.
Okay, if you say so.
Trust me.
All
Trust
right,
me.
I do. I trust
It's a
you.
true devotion, honestly. People are truly devoted to him. He's amazing man. And he really did serve the Hispanic population, the Guatemalan population, should I say. Okay, so let me tell you, we have so many pilgrims coming to the shrine and to the Blessed Stanley Rother Museum. We now have Guatemalan consulate in Oklahoma City.
Wow, that's amazing. So yeah, he was real
Pretty fancy.
popular. Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's move on. Let me close
Okay.
this. Let's move on.
When your exhibits are outdoors and there is no electricity and no wall labels, how can you help guests explore those exhibits? The 42 Kites premium devices work great in sun-drenched meadows, rain-soaked trails, and snow-covered landscapes. They work anywhere you want them to. Only at 42kites.com.
And you let me know if this is the right website. So you gave me the name of this, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is the right place. You tell
Yeah,
me.
it
Are we
is.
looking?
It
Okay.
is. It's the right
Okay.
one.
National Route 66 Museum, elkcity.com.
Yeah.
Follow Route 66 from Illinois to California. So my first question is, have you driven on Route 66?
Yes, definitely. In
Yeah.
Oklahoma, I have. Oklahoma has the most drivable miles of any other state. They're out of all the states that Route
Yeah.
66 goes through. And as I mentioned earlier, I want to make sure that we get to talk a minute about the Route 66 Centennial. In 2026, Route 66 turns 100 years old, and
Wow.
people are coming from around the world to the United States for this big centennial. That
That's
is the
amazing. I don't know if you know this, but why is Route 66 so special? I've heard about it in movies and
yeah,
TV shows.
right.
Why
Well,
is it so amazing? I've never done it, so I don't know.
yeah, you need to do it. Put it on your list. It goes literally across the whole, practically the whole United States. It
Right.
doesn't go far east, but anyways, it goes through the middle and then up to Chicago. And this Mother Road was literally traveled by so many. I mean, think about originally when that was built almost 100 years ago, there weren't curbs, there were
Yeah.
things concrete, the bridges, whatever. But people use that. And for in Oklahoma during the Dust Bowl, a lot of people went west on it, as you probably, read Grapes of Wrath, and people traveled Route 66. And actually, a lot of people traveled back to Oklahoma on Route 66 as well. And
Yeah.
so the Europeans are obsessed with the culture of Route 66.
Really?
Whenever you think of like Route 66, you think of like nostalgia, diners, um, gas stations where each brand has their own architectural style. You
Yeah.
think of motor courts where you drove your car in, parked like in a little garage and had a little house next to you where you spent the night. Um,
Right.
Depending on the area you are for the actual, you know, heritage culture at the time, there might be Native American things. Here in Oklahoma, we have a thing called the blue whale. It's this huge blue whale made out of, I don't even know what it's made out of. I'm going to say fiberglass. I don't know what. And
Okay.
you can go swimming in this lake and slide down the whale's mouth. We have a thing called the round barn. And I think it's over 100 years old, I think. But anyways, and it's a barn that is literally round. Can't get cornered in it because it's round. And that's
Good
bad.
joke.
That was bad. That was bad. And I mean, there's just all throughout Route 66, not just Oklahoma, but all throughout, there's all kinds of iconic things. I'm thinking out in Amarillo. I've driven that stretch before where Cadillac Ranch, where the Cadillac cars are stuck in the ground, sticking straight up. I mean, there's
Okay.
just all kinds of Albuquerque. There's just all kinds of cool things along Route 66. And so this museum that I picked was the National Route 66 Museum in Elk City. And that is far west Oklahoma,
Okay.
towards the Texas panhandle. And
Okay.
so the cool part of this is Elk City, the entire area is called the Elk City Museum Complex. Inside there, they have the National Transportation Museum, the Old Town Museum, the Farm and Ranch Museum, and the Blacksmith Museum, and I think something to learn about rodeos too, I think. But anyways, the Route 66 National Route 66 Museum, it like you can wander like around like on the Route 66 path, and there's like some old cars. You I think drive down Route 66 in a 1955 pink Cadillac, watch a black and white movie at a mock drive-in theater. You can set in a Chevy Impala. Obviously, cars are big for Route 66. And so, but
Sure.
it tells the whole history of the Mother Road as it considers itself the national Route 66 Museum. There might be others, but this is the one in Oklahoma
This is the real
this
one.
is the one in Elk City, Oklahoma. So
Okay. So this website right here, I think it's only one page. It can't really go
I think
anywhere.
you're right. See, okay, so
Yeah.
there's part of the Route 66.
But yeah, I was going
That's
to say we
right.
can see some pictures here.
Yeah, right. And
Plane,
so, yeah,
Corvette.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I think that's the museum
Merch.
store. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Look,
outside. Outside, you
okay.
can get your photo taken with that huge Route
Gotcha.
66 sign.
All
So
right.
it's really cool. And like I said, it's really going to get a lot of extra play, in this next couple of years. And
Yeah.
our state has a Route 66 Centennial Committee that's been working for a couple of years to try to get things going. So our visitors and travelers in our communities will offer a lot. And then even our state developed another Route 66 committee that actually put $6.6 million a year for like 4 years into infrastructure to help some of these small towns get some neon, remade or
Wow.
roadside parks or whatever. I mean, different projects that they've approved, but we're really trying to be ready for the centennial in our state.
Yeah, certainly sounds like it.
Yeah.
And so will you be enjoying the festivities?
Oh, yeah. I'm on one of the committees, so I definitely will. Why don't you come to Oklahoma during that time?
Yeah, I would love to see it. What you've shown me so far, it looks great.
It is cool. It
Yeah.
is so cool. If you come to Oklahoma, I'm giving you a personal tour.
Yes, I will absolutely write to you. We will make that happen. All right, let's move on. Actually, anything else we should talk about what's happening in 2026, or do we cover it?
No, I think we're good.
We're good?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Let's move on. And this is something I didn't even know would be a thing, but look at this. The American Banjo Museum.
Hello. Haven't you
Okay.
ever heard of Kermit the Frog?
I have actually, yes, I have.
They
And
had his banjo on display at one time.
wow, well, yeah, it should be there. And
It
so am
should
I
be
right
there.
in pronouncing the gentleman's name Jack K9? Is that right?
I
Canine?
think, yeah, I think that is, I think that is, and Brady Hunt. They're the ones who actually founded the museum, actually in Guthrie, which is north of here. And then it moved to Oklahoma City several years ago in an area called Bricktown, right in the middle of Oklahoma City, downtown. That's an entertainment district. So that's a perfect place to have a banjo museum. And let me tell you, they have, I think, over 400 things in that museum. Some of them are artifact banjos,
Yeah.
some of them are artifacts like music sheets or whatever. But anyways, it's a beautiful museum. And I'm sure on the website, could you show them how beautiful it is? It is so beautiful. And they display the banjos so nicely. And supposedly it's the largest collection of banjos on public display in the world.
Wow,
I know, that's
that's
pretty
amazing.
impressive.
It really is. Let's go to this website. Maybe you can help me. So I clicked on collections because I like
Okay.
to see the inside, but collections really,
Yeah, that's just showing, yeah, like
yeah.
music sheets
So
and
do you
stuff
know
like
where I
that.
should go to see?
Let's see. What about just a second? Exhibits. Go down to exhibits. Yeah, keep
Exhibit.
going. There you go.
Permanent. Let's go
Yep,
permanent.
let's try that.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
And I
And
click
so
on
that's
it.
the timeline, and that has a lot of technology
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Then,
we can zoom in and take a look at
okay,
these.
there's the
Oh,
classical era.
yeah, the
And so,
minstrel.
yeah. And so that kind of gives you an idea. But you can also go there and learn how to play the banjo. Isn't that cool?
That is very cool.
Yeah.
I have
And
a note here that says you're going to play the banjo for us.
no, you do not
No,
have
is that
that
not
note.
correct?
I
No?
think that's an edit because of that
Okay.
song.
I
But
don't know where I got my notes from, but that's what it said, that you were banjo. Okay.
but I want to tell you
Yeah.
that they also and there used to be a thing called I think it was called Shakey's or Shakey's Pizza.
Thank you.
Anyway, it's a pizza place, and it was real popular. And they recreated that on the inside of the Banjo Museum, and so you can like sit in there and like I mean honestly, they have events in there where you can eat, and then the stage where they're playing the banjos. It's really cool. They have a big thing on at Mardi Gras, big Mardi Gras
Okay.
party. And they have lots of events throughout the year. Like I said, you can actually go there and learn how to play the banjo. And they
Yeah.
have a Banjo Hall of Fame, and they induct people every year. They have a Banjo Fest. They have lots of children's programs where kids can learn about banjos. It's really a wonderful, wonderful place. And they have special exhibits that are just up for, short periods of time, temporary. And they had one up, I believe that it's award winning, and it was Steve Martin in the banjo.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told you they
Uh,
had Kermit the Frog too, his
you
banjo.
gotta have.
I don't think it's permanent. I think it was on loan, but that's cool
Oh,
too.
okay. It is. And so you said you can learn how to play the banjo. I'm assuming that
The Learning Lounge. Well, that's learning how to play, I think, on, just by the TV, but there's people that can teach you in
there's
there as
people.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have your father's mustache.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
There it is.
That is the pizza when I was telling you. It's exactly it. And so that was modeled after the banjo places back in the like 60s and 70s, I think, or maybe 50s, but I think it's 60s and 70s. It is really cool in there. Like, it has like stained glass, what am I trying to say? Light fixtures,
Yeah.
like back in the day.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
cool.
And it's the mustache room. Do you have to have a mustache to play the banjo?
I don't think so, but it really helps.
I don't, yes. I think it would. It really would. One thing that I saw that was interesting. Let's share here. Let's go to story and let's go to apparel. Here we go. Apparel. And then we have Sasquatch shocks.
Oh, well,
Expecting that.
really big in our state. And wait,
Really?
was he playing the banjo?
Let's go back and take a look. Hold on.
Surely he was. I will be so
Go.
disappointed if he's just
Let me
sitting there.
let me zoom. Let me zoom.
Look,
Oh yeah,
banjo.
he is.
There
That's
you
playing the
go.
banjo. Wow. Actually, let me click it. What happens when I click on it? We should probably find.
Hopefully you can buy
Oh,
some.
the product is not available.
Oh, it sold out. See how popular it was?
I guess, yeah. So I didn't know Sasquatches were popular in your area.
Oh my gosh. Sasquatch, he lives in Southeast Oklahoma. Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
In fact, we're going to be talking about a museum in a minute, so we'll talk more about him then. How about that?
Okay. Well, hold on.
Suspense.
I know, yeah. Dramatic music fading in.
Exactly.
It just let's go back to the website because there's another thing that I saw.
Oh, I don't
The
know. I don't
banjo,
know this part of the website.
the banjo players directory.
Oh,
So let me go
I don't
here.
know about this. That's
Well,
cool.
apparently, yes, if you are in the banjo world, you need to be listed on this page.
Okay.
I guess there's a lot
Okay.
of people, a lot of banjo playing going on. All right, let's move on to the next one. And you're going to have to answer a question for me right when we get here. The next one on the list is the 99's Museum of Women Pilots. What's with
Yes.
the 99? There's got to be more than 99 women pilots out there.
Yeah, but it was
Okay.
established by the first 99 women pilots in
Oh,
1929.
okay.
So
That makes more sense.
there you go.
All
And
right.
this organization did start in 1929, and it was an organization for women pilots, like we just said, started by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first 99, and it was started in New York City, but it moved to Oklahoma City in the 50s. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
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 So they probably flew their stuff down here.
Yeah. You got it, really. Let's take a look at, let's go here. Exhibits
Yeah.
on site. Let's
Yeah, and the museum started, I think, in the 70s. Let me look at my notes actually. Yeah, the museum started in the 70s, and but it wasn't until 1999 that they really opened to the public and had their exhibits together. So that gives you some ideas here.
So
Oh
this
yeah,
is like Amelia Earhart
they do
fiber.
have they have a really great collection of Amelia Earhart things, including the plans that she was going to originally fly one way, and then she talks to some, I think maybe military or talk to some people. I don't know who she talked to. They'll tell you at the museum for sure. And they told her to fly the other way. And
That didn't work out.
it didn't work out, but
Yeah,
they have the original plans where she was going to originally fly opposite way. And
very cool.
so their mission is to preserve the history of women in aviation, honor and recognize contributions women have made in aeronautics, and and, and courageous exploits through exhibits, classroom, and internet programs. They actually do a lot of cool things at that museum, and it's an international organization. So part of it, it's like two parts: parts the organization and parts the museum. But it's really neat. Were there any other photos on their website? I don't remember the website.
Let me about the Amelia Earhart.
Or just in general. It's
I
way
was just,
beyond Amelia Earhart. It's about all kinds of women
yeah,
pilots.
I was gonna say because this is about space, not just
Yeah. Yeah.
plane.
Right. It's a
Yeah,
lot more than just
yeah,
Amelia Earhart. That's just the room. I mean, walking down the
yeah, right. You
exhibition
take
center.
pictures, you stick your head
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not the museum. I mean, it's part of the museum, but that's not really
yeah.
the exhibit area.
Let me go back. Here we go.
Okay.
So the collection, space exploration,
Yeah.
powder puff.
Now these are all exhibits throughout, as you can see.
Right, right,
And
right.
so, yeah, that wasp is really cool. Talking about World War during the war and all of that with the
Yeah.
women fly pilots during the war and all that. So yeah, there's a lot. It's a and they I think they might have redone some of the museums since that exhibit. I think since that picture, they have been working hard. And the other, I forgot to tell you this right off the bat. The museum is located by our airport.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. And our airport is the Will Rogers Airport. And that's our main airport in Oklahoma City. But we have a small airport in Oklahoma City, Wiley Post. So we have Wiley Post and Will Rogers. And they were friends and they flew together.
Awesome. Let's click here. I'm not gonna, this is a 2 hour video. We don't have time for that, but
I
let's
don't think so.
do this. Let's just see what is happening here because I don't know.
Okay.
What are we looking at here?
At least,
Mercury 13. I don't know what that is.
yeah, Mercury 13, that is one of the big space programs. As you can see there, it's talking, it looks like that it's talking about the women,
No, it's some sort of podcast, not
yeah, the
podcast,
ones
but
who
screen sharing
aspired to
thing.
go into space 60 years ago, and
Right.
Mercury 13 is what it looks like there.
Okay.
So, yeah, I bet that's a good program, actually. If anyone has the time to sit down and hear that, that would be really good.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the 99 Museum of Women Pilots.
There we go. I didn't know such a thing existed, but it's great that it does.
You're learning a lot today. I
I
could tell.
really am. Yeah. All right, let's keep the tour going. And this is a very cool building. This is the Museum of the Red River.
Yeah.
Now I
And
know
this,
that we just saw a shot of it there, but there's also a shot because I enjoy architecture. Look at this building.
yeah,
It's
I
very
know.
cool, sort of pyramid-y kind of a
It
shape.
is. That's exactly right. And so this Museum of the Red River, it's in Idabel, Oklahoma. And Idabel, Oklahoma is the very, very, very tip of Oklahoma in southeast Oklahoma. So
Oh,
essentially it borders Texas, Louisiana, little Arkansas, and Oklahoma. So it's like very far down there. And this is where Sasquatch lives.
oh, okay. This is his home.
It
Now,
is.
what is the Red River?
Okay, the Red River is the river that separates Oklahoma and Texas.
We're learning so much today. Okay,
Yeah,
I get it.
exactly. And
All right.
so the Museum of the Red River, it is home to art and archaeology from around the world. And it's also home to our Oklahoma state dinosaur.
You have a
Our state
dinosaur.
dinosaur is the Athracanthosaurus.
Wow.
I
Okay.
know. And so it was found in that vicinity down there, in McCurtain County.
Great.
In
Gotcha.
McCurtain County, and
Yeah.
that's where Idabel is, and that's where the dinosaur was found in that area. And so it's the cast. It's not the original bones at the museum, but it is the cast. And in a minute, I do want you to go back to the website because I know there's going to be an image in there. But what I want to
Well,
tell you, oh, go
yeah, you
ahead.
got. Oh,
This,
you got. I have
okay.
questions, but you talk.
Okay. This museum is one of the best museums in the entire United States of America. It is,
Wow.
I know, it's an amazing museum with amazing collection right here in Southeast Oklahoma. And it's a very, very rural in that area. And it's like that museum brings the world to that part of our state and to everybody. OMA, we just had our big conference there last month. We had 200 museum professionals that went down there and attended the conference. They have a conference center attached to the museum.
Oh,
I
okay.
know. And then, but the museum started by Quintus and Mary Heron. They were a local couple who were very involved in many things, but including archaeology and Native American artifacts. And they were seeing that people, a lot of people were finding these archaeological finds, and that wasn't proper English, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they decided to start the museum back in the 70s. In fact, in I think in the spring, this coming spring, it's going to celebrate 50 years.
Wow. That's
Isn't that
amazing.
awesome?
Yeah, that's great.
Let's get ready to have a big old birthday. And we're so proud of them. It really is wonderful. And you're exactly right on the architecture. They've expanded several times, this museum. It started very small and they keep expanding out, but it is supposed to be like some kind of I believe the way I understand it, South American um, you know, temple kind of thing or whatever.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
you had that idea right as architecture. You're
Yeah.
exactly right.
Okay. So I guess my first question would be, and let's share my screen here. So if this is a museum in Oklahoma, why are we going to Singapore and Bali? But late.
Didn't you just hear me say they bring the world to Southeast Oklahoma? They
Okay.
also take Southeast Oklahoma around the world.
Wow. Okay.
And they go on like probably 3 or 4 or 5 trips a year. They invite all the citizens of the county, or really anybody. They've even invited OMA members to attend. And so, I mean, obviously you pay your own way, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
they do open it up for travel, and it is It's educational and cultural. So you learn about the culture, you learn about art, you learn about history. I mean, you learn about foodways, you learn about, lifeways, all of that. It's a very wonderful group to travel with if you're a museum person because it's all about museums.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. So let's do this. Let's go on.
Look, there's Athracantosaurus.
Oh, that right there. Okay.
Yep.
I think we can click on this and we can sort of walk around. I hope it gets
Okay. Oh,
Is
so
it
this is the whole museum here. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing
okay,
is
museum.
that they have the most beautiful open storage. It's so beautiful. And
Okay, let me
so,
zoom this
okay.
around.
Yeah, and so this is like just like the reception area here, and they
Okay.
have some great, great, great pieces in here. Isn't that great? And so
Yeah.
those are collection pieces there. And then you're back to the Athracantosaurus. And can you enter those doors on the left of the,
On the left, like walk this way.
no, no, no. Okay, we'll start walking that way.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
walk that
go
way.
this way.
Okay, and go to the right. Go to the right.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
I see little
Yeah, yeah,
dots on the ground. I
yeah.
think I can go this
Okay.
way.
Look at this. Look at this collection storage. Go in there. Is
We can
that
go in
not
there.
beautiful and amazing? You
It's
might not be able.
amazing.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, I cannot
Okay.
go in there. But
If you're really there, they open up and you go in.
they
But be
do.
aware, in front of all those pots is glass. So you would never be able to touch that because that's collection storage. But you're able to see that way it gives even more exhibit space. It might not be displayed as an exhibit, but it's open storage and you can see all of the amazing, amazing collection from around the world.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is cool.
And it
Go
looks
back, go
like
back to go back to that image though. I mean, not that image, but go back to that because that's not even the main part of the
I was
museum.
going to say I walked away. So,
Yeah.
but this is sort of that pyramid looking shape
Yep,
from
you got it. You got
right?
it.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
got it.
Gotcha.
So on the left there is the museum store, and
Whoa,
they have
whoa, whoa,
tons
whoa.
of Sasquatch things. There's some Sasquatch things in there.
Okay.
And so, but they have wonderful things in that store. So go to the right.
To the right, to the
Keep
right.
going
Oh,
to the
whoa, no, no, no,
right.
no, no. This
Whoops.
way, this way,
Yeah.
this way, this way.
Okay. And go,
I'm trying, I'm trying.
I know you are. Okay,
Go.
go to the right. Go to the right at that next entrance.
So go here
And then
and
go
go
right.
here. I'm
Yep.
trying to get
Yeah,
there.
there you go.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see.
Now go
Right.
right.
Oh,
Okay. Now the museum is gonna be down here. So
uh,
on the left, well,
left.
those are okay to the very left. That's
Okay, in
a
here.
learning center. That's a learning center, and that's
Okay,
for all ages in there. And
right.
then next to that long hallway are there's just exhibits there, and then go
Yeah.
past those at pots, and
Let's
then on the
go.
left, whoops,
Hold on.
buffering. We got
Buffering.
we got too excited. Go
We
past
did.
these, past
Buffering
these.
break. Back. Let's see.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
nope, that's okay. You got the idea. So
Okay, got
you
the idea.
Yeah, and so to the left, there's exhibit space in there, and then there's a temporary exhibit space as well. And then in the very back is the conference center. So it's a wonderful museum. If anyone is in Oklahoma, I encourage them to visit Museum of the Red River. It is spectacular, and the collection is just really cool.
Yeah. And on their website, I thought this was an interesting page. We have fun with events, beating Saturday, friendship bracelets, worry dolls. Worry dolls. I feel like I've seen those before somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. Guatemala originates from Guatemala.
Maybe
So
in
you learn
Guatemala.
about, I mean, they're everything that they do goes back to their collection. So everything we're looking at here is something that relates back to their collection somehow.
Huh.
Yeah, they
All
do
right.
really great. And it is that part of our state is a high poverty rate. And so almost everything they do at the museum, a lot of it, if not everything, is free.
Wow. Well, that's very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So the admission's free. A lot of those programs are free. They might have a few things you have to pay for, but not much. I
Sure.
think they have a like around spring break. I think I might timing off, but or maybe it's in the summer. Like a dinosaur kind of camp, and so they do all kinds of really cool programming down there.
Yeah. Very cool. Let me invite you back here. I'm just clicking around their website. So
Yeah.
here we go. Got
So
this
that's in the
gentleman.
temporary space.
Gotcha. Seven state biennial. Yeah, I was trying to click around. I'd just like to see more pictures. Lifeways galleries. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's the hall. The
Hmm.
Life Bakes Gallery is that hall we've already been down.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
maybe I should click in collections. That's probably
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
a better
that's
name.
part of
Yeah.
their collections there too.
Mhm.
That's a
Explore.
painting in their
Let's see what we can
collections.
do.
Okay. Oh
Ah,
yeah. So see,
now we're getting there.
right. And so see, look, they have it divided by continents, it looks like there.
Yeah, right.
Or yeah. So I mean,
Because they bring the world, right?
now you get it.
I
Now you
get it.
get
I
it.
get it. Well, it is very impressive.
It
Uh,
really
and
It's
and
and the people who the staff there who work there and volunteer there are so wonderful.
yeah,
Actually, at all 515 museums across our state, we have amazing people who work and volunteer at all of them. So that's the truth.
wow. I guess.
And the
Uh,
people that work at the association are so nice.
yes, definitely them.
If something bad happens to one of your Premium 42 Kites devices, we'll send you a new one at no cost. Even if it gets eaten by a kangaroo. They can be mean. Only at 42kites.com.
So this is the Toy and Action Figure Museum.
You
Love it.
got it.
And down here we have a video. I wonder if I can stop it. Let's see. Let's see. So we got the Joker.
Yeah, that's funny.
We got him. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's because the founder of this museum is one of the designers who invented them.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Kevin, seriously, Kevin Stark is his name. He's a cartoonist, an artist, an entrepreneur, toy designer, and he is really, truly one of the ones who designed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And so, needless to say, whenever he's Pauls Valley, Oklahoma is where this museum is, which is south of Oklahoma City. Remember, Oklahoma City's in the middle of the state, so this is south, and not too far though, maybe in 45 minutes, something like that, in an hour. And so this museum has over 11,000, read my lips, 11,000 things in there, and they're all on display, and they're all toy and action figures. When you go in there, there's walls and walls of toy action figures, things I've never even imagined. When we took a tour down there one time, they were so excited. They knew we were coming, and they worked so hard to get out the librarian toy action figure.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, so what you just said, they have walls and walls. Take a look at this.
That's
I've
exactly a sample.
I've
You
never
got it.
seen anything like that before.
You got it. You got it. And let me tell you, people will stay there for hours and hours looking at that it's wall.
Yeah.
The other exhibits aren't quite, as much stuff. But yes. And so anyways, it's very, very, very popular museum. And that museum says that they believe that they understand that the power of toys, what the power of toys brings, and they believe toys can bring happiness throughout your life. And so they do have just historical toys, modern toys, everything in between.
And I have a note here that says that they're the number one tourist attraction of Pauls Valley.
I believe it. I
Wow.
believe it.
Look at that.
Pauls Valley is not that large, but still, I mean, honestly, and people come from all around the world. I'm not saying they come just for that, but when we have our international travelers, a lot of them stop there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. I thought this was a very cool way to show the space. They, I guess, uh, took a drone and flew a drone
Oh, that's cool. I
through
haven't seen this.
the
That's cool.
space. Yeah.
They did win an award from tourism when they first opened it, probably 10 years, 20 years ago.
Yeah. So it looks like, they emptied no people in here and then they
Yeah.
flew a drone all around. Very cool way to do it.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I have not seen this video, but that's a really cool way to do it.
Yeah. Let's just see what
Yeah.
we got here.
Yeah. And this is, you're entering the museum. As you can see on the left was that big wall of toys. Here's, like I said, there's historical toys, there's modern
Yeah.
toys, all kinds of toy action figures for sure. It's really popular. That's cool that they did a
Yeah.
drone fly
Very
through. That's
clever way to
cool.
do it. Yeah, I like that. Here's the most important question. Who was your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Which one of them?
I don't even know. I just know they were different colors. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
no. The right answer is Michelangelo. If
Okay,
anyone asked,
Michelangelo is my
Michelangelo.
favorite.
He absolutely was the best by far. Okay, very cool place. Let's move on to the next one. Let's see. This is the J.M. Davis Arms Historical Museum. This is a
Yeah.
guy, J.M. Davis really liked guns. And
Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely, and it's home to over 12,000 firearms and also thousands of non-firearm artifacts
yeah,
as well. It's like Old West saddles and spurs, but this truly is one of the largest privately held firearm collections in the world. That is what they claim, and I believe it. And so J.M. Davis, when his name was John Monroe Davis, J.M. Davis, and he was
right.
born in 1887 and died in 1973. Supposedly, he was a sickly child who didn't like his medicine, so his father bribed him with a gift of a small muzzle loading shotgun to get him to take his medicine. And that's the beginning of his collecting. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
that's
think that would
true.
be frowned upon in today's society.
I don't, right. And I don't, you're right. And I don't know if that's true, but that's the story that
A
I've been
great
told.
story.
It's a great story,
Uh,
but you're right. It's a different day and age for sure.
it
But
is.
anyways, and so this museum, it has a really, really extensive gun collection that's really, really popular with people again around the United States. And the his collection used to be at a hotel in Claremore, Oklahoma. Again, Claremore is northeast in the state up by Tulsa. And so it used to be in a hotel originally. Then this somehow the state acquired the collection. I don't know how all that worked, but anyways, the state
Sure.
acquired the collection and built a building and moved the collection to the J.M. Davis Arms Museum building that we just saw. And then in the last 10 years, I'm going to say, I don't know exactly time period.
Sure.
Originally, they were just like all laid out in rows, I think. But then, like within the last 10 years, the curators there have started doing new exhibits like the guns were originally displayed, which are so cool. Can we go to the website and see if they have
Yeah,
pictures
yeah,
of
yeah.
that?
Yeah,
It's like a big circle. It is
well,
so
yeah.
cool.
I think I might have found what you're looking for. Are you talking about this?
Yes,
Oh,
that's it. Is
look at
that
that.
not cool? That's how it
Very
was.
cool.
That's how it was displayed in the hotel, they said, they
Wow.
originally displayed. So they recreated that now. I just think that is so much more
Yeah.
interesting than just rows and rows.
Hey, look at this one. It
Yeah.
looks like it was a
Yes.
cafe or something, and you can.
Yeah, and I don't remember that in the museum. That might be a
Yeah,
photograph, or maybe they've recreated that since the last time I went there. I don't
yeah,
know, but I do know that the Daisy BB gun, that like they're one of their, they have a big program every year with them in downtown Claremore. At least they used to, and so I
yeah,
have a feeling they still do. And so, I mean, they even talk about BB guns. They talk
yeah.
about a variety of things. But let me tell you another interesting thing about the James Davis
Okay.
Arms Museum
Yes.
is that at the J.M. Davis Arms Museum in Claremore and at the Will Rogers Memorial Museum in Claremore. Both of those museums, their founders, which would be J.M. Davis and his wife, and then Will Rogers and his wife, are both buried, interred at the museums.
Wow,
Isn't that
really?
interesting? Yeah.
Can you see the coffin when you walk around,
Yeah.
or is it in the back somewhere?
No, you can, at J.M. Davis, when I was there, it was a kind of memorial room was
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there. I don't think you could see the coffin, but you could see, and where the thing was. And the Will Rogers, it's like in a tomb outside, and I think you can walk down the stairs in there. But those are both in Claremore. That's so interesting to me. We
yeah,
don't have that really. I think maybe at Woolarock, Frank Phillips might be interred there. I don't know for sure, but in
yeah.
general, at the museums, we don't. The people aren't buried there generally. But those
No.
two, it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, that's dedication on their part. I like
You
it.
got it. You got
Um,
it.
here's one gun that I like. Look at this one. Look at that.
Oh,
Looks
wow.
like one of those old kind of guns that they would sort of turn the crank and shoot a
Yeah.
bunch of
Oh,
people.
wait, go back. I think
Okay.
that might have been J.M. Davis's coffin thing right there on the
Oh, is
left.
that what we're looking at?
I think it is.
I mean,
And I think
it
those
says
pictures
the
are him.
word buried over there.
Okay.
Genevieve. So he's well protected. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
he is. I think those
He
are
is.
pictures of him too. I think. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly. I think you're right.
Yeah. And then there's one more thing we should talk about on this museum because this seems like a fun thing. Hold on, let me scroll down. Hold on, here we go. I got it. I found it. Here we go. We have a virtual tour again. So let's
Oh.
Let's take a look.
Aren't you proud of the museums for doing these
Look
virtual
at that. It's
tours?
great. Let's see. Ooh, it's really big.
I told you.
Let's zoom in. Okay.
And see, they're displaying them really cool now.
Wow, just rows and rows and rows of
Yeah,
guns.
but it's like extensive, and for the true gun collectors and true gun aficionados, like everyone has like a special something about it. You
Yeah,
know
let
what
me
I'm
just
saying?
let's just walk down a random one. Let's just see what's it like? Let's see. So
Yeah,
yeah, I like how you're saying I like how they're kind of laid out
yeah,
like
right. Me
certain.
too. They've
Yeah.
worked hard on that for sure.
Wow. This
And
guy really
I believe now Claremore has a visitor center adjacent to the museum now. So
oh
you can learn more about Claremore when you go there. And there's some really good restaurants and delicious pie in town too.
what kind of pie should we eat when we get
All
there?
kinds of pies. I think it's called Hammond House, and it's all delicious pies.
What's your favorite pie?
Oh, my favorite, I probably would have chocolate.
Chocolate pie? Yeah,
Yeah. What about
that's
you?
good.
Key
I
lime?
like nice. Key lime pie is good. Really, I don't think any pie is bad. So
Yeah,
anybody want to give me pie? That's fine.
me too.
Yeah, we're not picky people. All right, let's move on. Okay. This next one, when I saw it in your list, I thought it I thought this can't be real. There's something going on here. She's playing a trick on me, but she's not. Here we go. Let's take a look at the American Pigeon Museum.
You asked for a really unusual museum,
I
so I
did,
thought
and
one
and
for
I got
you.
it. I didn't know that this was a thing anywhere, but
Well, it
we
is in
are.
Oklahoma.
Yes.
And it's
Uh,
really cool. It's a really cool museum. It's called the
Yeah.
American Pigeon Museum. And the
Yeah.
cool thing is, it's less than a mile from my office.
Wow, look at that. So you can go hang
Right
out
here,
with
yeah,
pigeons whenever
right
you
here
want.
in Oklahoma City. And so this here, it's the American Pigeon Museum and Library, and it was originally formed in 1973 as the American Homing Pigeon Institute. But
Mm,
then they bought land where I just said like a mile from here, less than a mile actually.
yeah.
And then they actually bought land there and they started a museum. And then they actually, since then, they've even built a really fabulous building, and that's open now too. And that's probably the one on the website. But the
Yeah.
really cool thing is you can learn about everything about American pigeons. I mean, about pigeons. And I mean, it's really cool. The World of
Yeah.
Wings is the name of the museum. And
Uh,
you can learn so much. But the other thing I want to tell you is they have pigeons there outside.
yes,
And
right.
so I think that is just really, really cool. And you can learn how pigeons were so important in communication in the war, before the war, since the war. And pigeons are still being used places. And it's
Yeah.
just, it's really cool. There's artwork about pigeons in there. It's not a large museum, but it's a very cool and very interesting museum.
Yeah. Talking about cool and interesting things. Here's what we can do. And I didn't know that there was all different kinds of pigeons.
Oh, yes.
Let's scroll down this pigeon. Let's take this page and take a look because
This
I
picture
didn't
page.
know. Yeah, pigeon page. Um, I didn't realize pigeon came in so many colors.
See, this is why you need the museum to learn about this.
I
And look
guess.
how photogenic they are.
I know. I don't know what's going on with this one over here. He's kind of got a
I'm
giant.
not sure either. And you can see they have their little bands on their legs, which,
Yeah, yeah,
means
yeah.
things and all of that. Every one of these pigeons, like, is their own breed. They're important
Right.
for something. I don't know all of that either, but
Sure.
at the museum, and I have been to the museum a few times, but you can learn about all this. It's very interesting. It makes me want to go back myself.
You should. But yeah, I had no idea. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Look at this guy over here on the left. He's got fancy shoes.
Well, so does
Look
this
at that shoe.
neighbor. And someone did call here one time and said that because we get some interesting calls. They called and said that a pigeon, a really amazing looking pigeon, who knows which one of those,
Sure.
that had a band on its leg, um, landed like in their backyard or whatever,
Yeah.
and they didn't know what to do. And we said to call the American Pigeon Museum. They can help them.
There you go. Of course you do. Let's keep looking because I've never seen
Oh, look. When you scroll on, you can say the name of it, the kind of pigeon.
the flying flight. I don't know what's happening with him, this guy, Fantail.
Fantail.
I don't know. Uh, yeah, I mean,
Well,
I
see
had no idea.
they've done an excellent job putting this together. This
They
is like
really
the
did.
library portion.
Yeah, I like the colored backgrounds. They have different pigeons. This is another one. Hannah Pouter has fancy feet, and
That is
this one's sticking his chest
wow.
out.
Oh, that is so interesting. See, I didn't even remember this many styles, kinds of pigeons.
Mhm. This pigeon, I don't think has a head, unfortunately.
Yes, he does.
Wow. I don't know where it is, but
He's just wearing his fancy hat.
I guess. But look at, I mean, this page just goes on and on.
Yeah, that actually,
Wow.
this is very interesting to me. I really do think I'm going to make a trip over there in the next few weeks and
Well,
visit that
you
museum again.
should. Look at this River Suing Pouter. He or she is
I kind
very,
of feel like I've heard that name before. Maybe I learned about that over there before.
yeah. Look,
That's really, isn't it crazy?
yeah.
It's so cool. That is so cool. I don't remember seeing all those when I was there before, but maybe they have that many now. I need to go back and see.
You need to go back.
I
Uh,
will. It's not
um,
far.
no, it's not far. Let's do this. So I didn't know that. Well, I guess I knew this, right? You hear about this in history class, but I guess pigeons did a lot in the war.
Absolutely. And those
Right.
exhibits are really, really cool too. Those,
Right.
yeah,
First and
talking
second
about
war.
how like they carried messages and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
And
it's
racing
really,
war
yeah.
history.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Very cool. And there, I had this thought. They have press and news page. Let's go here. And they have a podcast.
That's it. I don't want to interrupt you, but that's
Yeah,
part of the
yeah.
museum too. Yeah.
This
That's
right
part of the
here in the
museum.
back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. But I saw that they had a podcast, and I was like, it would be great for social media. Like, put two different pigeons together and just let them talk. And there's your podcast, right? You can have episodes every day, listen to pigeons talk,
I bet there would be people to listen.
right? That would be funny. We should sell them that idea. But yeah, just right on the homepage, let's just go back to it because this is impressive. Just a whole wall or multiple walls of just pigeons hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is up there at the museum. I've seen that
Yeah.
before. It's exactly right.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
man.
look, it says they have live pigeons on display indoors. The ones I saw were outdoors. Now they're open limited hours, so anybody who wants to visit this museum needs to call ahead or check if they're open because they're not open, standard. Well, here you go. Open Friday 1 to 5 and Saturday 10 to 4. So there you
Yeah.
go. That gives
Yeah.
you an idea. It's more limited and it's more limited staff. And I think they have people working the pigeons all the time, but as far as going in the actual museum building.
And it says admission is free and a suggested donation of $5 appreciated. You should give more than that because the pigeon's got to eat.
You got that right. Well, think about it. A pigeon's a living collection, right?
Right.
Just
Yes.
like at a,
Give more than that.
just like at a zoo.
Yeah. And then I like they have an apparel shop. I thought would have clever shirts. It says keep it cool.
I
Keep
did
it
not
cool.
know. That is so cute. I had not seen that. That is really cute. And again, I believe that this pigeon museum, American Pigeon Museum, is part of like an association, like how we just talked about the women pilots. I think
Yes.
that there's like a, pigeon, association that is like maybe the founders of the museum are involved in the museum. I
Sure.
don't know those details, but I think that's true.
Sure. Yeah. Well, looks impressive. Definitely stop by and say hi to the pigeons when you
I
drive
know
home.
it.
All right, let's talk about the next one. And that is, I don't know if we're on the homepage.
We are
Is the okay.
The DC Minner Rentersville Museum and Oklahoma Blues Hall of Fame in
That's
Rentersville,
big
Oklahoma.
words.
Yeah, and
Big
it's
words.
in eastern Oklahoma, and it's a black town. Rentersville is an Oklahoma black town, historical black town, and it's a very, very small town now. And
Yeah.
this place is so cool. It is one of my favorites, and I just went there 3 weekends ago again.
Wow. That's
And
great.
so, DC Minner, have you ever heard of DC Minner?
I have not. Tell me about them.
Okay, DC Minner is one of our probably most famous bluesmen ever.
Okay.
And I know Oklahoma is famous for musicians.
Yeah,
And so we
absolutely.
have tons of great blues men and women out of Oklahoma as well. And so DC Minner, he's definitely one of our top for sure. He's deceased now, unfortunately, but his wife, Selby, continues the legacy on. His legacy and blues legacy continues it on. So go back to the image, go back to the website, I mean, and where the museum is actually, let me see, go to the top there. Go to, maybe go to the Blues Club. Click on the Blues Club.
Blues Club.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, click on down
Same
home.
one, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Hometown Blues Club.
yeah. Okay, go to further down.
Yeah.
Okay, well, those are just things. Okay, so go back to the top. I'm sorry to get us
Sure.
dizzy
Sure.
again.
Yeah.
Go to the Blues Festival.
Blues Festival. Let's
Yeah.
go there.
Okay. So they have a blues festival every year. It's called Dusk Till Dawn. And do you know why it's called that? It starts at night and is over in the morning. It goes all
Wow.
night long because it's on
Wow.
Labor Day weekend, and in Oklahoma it is so hot. But I thought there might be an image, but there wasn't. The museum and the festival grounds and this whole entire area, I think it's 4 or 5 acres, is on um, DC Mentor's family homestead or family
Okay.
farm. Yeah. So,
Oh,
I mean, it goes way back, DC Mentor. It's Minner, is the same. And so, anyway, so this Down Home's Blues Club is also the museum. So people actually go in there and it's a working juke joint. Is that not cool? I mean,
yeah.
it's so cool. And
Wow.
so, I mean, you can hear live blues music. And I mean, honestly, it's really, really cool. And I
Yeah.
think it's been around since like the late 80s or early 90s, something like that. They have jam sessions all the time in there. It's just
Cool.
really cool. So inside the museum is there's a lot of information about the black towns in Oklahoma, and many of them are now gone, unfortunately. And they were just rural and small and no longer. So you can learn about Oklahoma's historically black towns, but you can also learn about the history of blues in our state. You can learn about DC Minter. You can also learn about the Blues Hall of Fame. So they
Right.
induct Hall of Fame members every year. That way they can keep that spirit alive. And there's like all kinds of exhibits in there. There's all kinds of everything in there. It's just really cool. And when you go out to the festival grounds, which is out back, it's just like it's a really magical, special place. You can just feel the blues energy there. It is
Yeah.
a really, 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 really cool place. And it is down home. That is what they call it. And it is absolutely down
I
home.
don't know.
And what is so interesting is catty corner across from it on the other section mile is the Battle of Honey Springs Civil War site. So there's a
Wow.
Civil War site that's right there. So if you go to Rentisville, be sure to go across the street to the big old multi-million-dollar Battle of Honey Springs Civil War site
Wow.
as well.
Yeah. Go across the street. I think we have a picture here. Hold on. Of the festival, or at
That
least
is, there you go. So
okay.
behind there, that tall thing, that's the second story of the museum.
This right here.
Yeah, that's a temporary tent you'll see right there. It's what that
Yeah,
striped thing
yeah.
is. But yeah, and so this is the festival grounds. And like I said, it's every Labor Day weekend. They bring in so many musicians. Oh, click that picture. Wait, go
Oh,
back. Click that man. That's DC Minner.
this gentleman right
Yeah.
here.
I think it is.
Damn.
No,
Wow.
yeah, wait,
That's
no,
him. I
no,
don't
that's
know.
not him. That's not him. No. But he
I don't
looks
know.
like that. He looks like that. I don't think that's
Yeah,
him.
looks like Jamie Foxx, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Let's see.
Selby.
Look around.
Yes. Well, keep going. I
Let's
keep
keep going.
Yeah,
I
keep
mean,
going.
these guys look like they're having a fun time.
Yeah, that's his wife that continues it to this day, Selby.
Selby, okay.
Selby.
And
Yeah.
someone. And well,
Oh,
look at
look
the
at
rings
that
on this
guitar.
guy.
Whoa. Those
Wow.
rings. Whoa.
Yeah.
But they honestly they bring in the most amazing blues musicians. And during COVID, they couldn't have the festival, obviously. So they did everything online. So it got to go out even further on YouTube, and you can still hear the music on YouTube.
Wow. Very
Yeah,
cool.
it is.
And yeah, you said his wife is Selby?
Selby, yeah. And
Selby.
she's keeping the archives. So she like has every single like poster, t-shirts, all of that. That's
Yeah.
part of the collection. She still has his original leisure suits. I mean,
Wow.
it's just really they I think they even have like maybe, I don't know for sure, like the bus that they traveled the, United States
Yeah, yeah,
in.
yeah.
He
Wow.
played with I think he played with what's that blues artist that has the polka dots?
The polka dots. I
Yeah,
don't know.
his polka dot guitars. He's real famous. I think he played with him. He's played
Okay.
with DC Minute play has played with lots of famous bluesmen before. But like I said, he's deceased now, but his legacy lives on at the museum.
All right. That little sidetrack here. You mentioned that they couldn't have the festival during COVID. What was it like in COVID in that area for you guys?
Um, yeah, for Oklahoma, it was
Yeah.
probably like everywhere else. We were closed down. Our governor opened our state up pretty quick, but our museums suffered greatly. The
Yeah.
attendance really dropped at all the museums. I mean, I would say that I know for sure pre-COVID numbers were at least 6 million people visit our museums
Oh,
annually with the economic impact about 500 million. And we're just now seeing those numbers getting back to there. I'm not sure if we're exactly there, but it's been kind of a long, hard climb to get
yeah.
back to the numbers. And but we are starting to see schools groups returning to museum visits now, which we're grateful for that. I mean, I, just like the rest of the country, it was hard, and so
Yeah.
but we're slowly but surely climbing out of it. But as most of our museums in our state are nonprofit, they're not
Yeah.
supported by the state or government, and so that's been really hard too, getting the financials back on track. You can
Yeah.
understand.
And did you get COVID?
Yeah, I got COVID.
You did.
Did you?
I did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look, but we both survived.
We did. Yeah. Totally.
No worse for
Um,
the wear that I know of.
yeah. So now that is the end of the museums that you sent me, but we have one more.
What is
We
it?
have one more. Here it is. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Da, da,
There
da,
you
that's our
go.
website.
We have
And
one
this is the
more.
beauty of our website. Up there where it says OK Museums, click on
Yes,
that. And
we
look,
will
you can see all the museums in the whole entire
go
state.
find a museum. You want to
You
do that?
got it. Click
Let's
on
do
that.
that.
Yep. And then if you want to see the museums that are members, that is down below. But go back up, go back
Go
up.
back up. Go back up.
You'll see
Okay.
right here at the very last sentence, that blue thing that says here. If you click
Yes.
on that, you can
Yes.
download all the museums.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is
So
that like a
you can,
PDF or
you
something?
got this. It's a Excel, so you can sort it by
Excel.
museum
Gotcha.
names that stay. I mean, the city
Gotcha.
or the district. So yeah,
Wow.
so you can definitely go to okmuseums.org and see all the museums from around our great state.
Now I see on this page we can sort, name and city, and then it says district. What does that mean? District 1 through 5. What is that?
Congressional district, U.S. Congress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you think about it, kind of technically, congressional districts are grouped kind of together. The people are grouped together. And
Right.
so we group the museums. We can sort by that. But that way, if you're like in the Oklahoma City area, that's going to be Congressional District 5. So you can see all the museums kind of in that general area. And we do a
Gotcha.
lot of advocacy work. OMA does lots of advocacy work, and it really helps to know which congressional district the museums are in.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And then as I was clicking around, look who I saw.
That's me
Look
with
at
longer
that.
hair. I just got my hair cut yesterday.
Wow. Yeah.
That's me. And there's Stacy. I told you about Stacy. There you
Stacy.
go.
Hey,
Yeah.
Stacy.
Yeah. Hi,
Very cool.
Stacy. So that's exactly right. And we're
Yeah.
a
So
small,
it says you received museum training at the Guggenheim in New York City and the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C.
yeah, well, that was I mean, I have my degree from the University of Central Oklahoma, but I did my internship at the Guggenheim in New York, and then I did training at the Smithsonian. But my actual degree, obviously, is from here in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which of those places did you like the best? You like DC or New York?
Well, I go to DC a lot, once a year for sure, maybe more. And I like New York City. I used to go there a lot too, but I like Oklahoma the best.
That's the right answer. And I was clicking around your website here and I saw something that you have called museum etiquette.
Yeah, and we have
So,
permission. This is a link, and we have permission for this. But some people don't realize, different ways. And honestly, that's kind of old school thinking still. Modern ways to visit a museum, you don't have to necessarily be quiet and all of that. I mean, you could talk, you could do all of that. Just be respectful to other
yeah,
people, but you still should not be taking food and drinks. And I'm talking different, an art museum or other museums, depending on the collections. Now, at a children's museum, you might have a different thing, but in general, you don't want to be spilling your soda, on the artifacts or chewing gum and taking your gum out and putting it on the floor, for hurting the museum. So it's just general 101 etiquette. That's what that is.
Okay, but does that kind of stuff happen often?
Well, it can happen, and I've seen it
Yeah,
happen,
yeah,
unfortunately. You've probably seen on news big stories of things happening. So it's just a reminder just for people to be respectful of the museum and the artifacts in the museum because essentially there a lot of things are irreplaceable or even priceless. And so, but even if they're not, still, I mean, museums are preserving things forever for
yeah,
future generations.
yeah. And on your website here, what is this? This
That's
is a
the
beautiful, beautiful
that
place.
is beautiful. It is beautiful. It's the
Yeah.
Philbrook Museum in Tulsa, and that is their beautiful, beautiful gardens. Remember we talked about Frank Phillips? That
Yes.
was Frank Phillips' brother's home, and
Uh,
he donated that to be a museum.
wow.
I know. Phillips have done, well, they're long deceased. The Phillips did a lot for our state, though.
Yeah, I guess. So if someone is going to Oklahoma, what do you recommend they do if they want to see museums? If, start from the west, go to the east, or go to Tulsa first. What do you recommend?
Well, I honestly, I don't recommend I recommend everything, should I say. I
Okay.
mean, there's no exact path. No matter where
Yeah,
if they fly into Oklahoma, don't fly over Oklahoma, fly into Oklahoma.
yeah,
And honestly, if they fly into Tulsa, if they fly into Lawton, if they fly into Oklahoma City, whatever, there's plenty to do. If they rent a car or if they're driving through our state, get off the beaten path, see things. We have so many wonderful museums that are not on major highways just like the one in Idabel we talked about, but there's plenty of others as well. So there's things to do. If you go out to the Panhandle, which is the northwest part of our state, you can learn about Dust Bowl and other things out there. Throughout our state, there's so much. We have such a really rich history, rich and culture, rich, environment that there's so much to learn. And you can learn, I mean, our state alone on the east, we have the cross timbers and forests and then it goes all the way to the west. And it's not desert, but it's really dry out west. So, I mean, even the terrain changes. And our museums are like that as well.